Monday, August 18th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Meteorologist Matthew East here along with you, and a bit of an unsettled forecast for today. I'll get to that in just a second. There's a look at the numbers from yesterday, our Sunday highs. Some 90s creeping in across most of South Carolina and through southern and southeastern parts of North Carolina yesterday, just shy of 90 in Charlotte and Raleigh, 87 in Greensboro, but 93 in Fayetteville, a steamy 94 in Wilmington, 95 in Columbia. And looking at temperatures right now as I'm cutting the video, just before 5:30, a lot of low to mid 70s out there early this morning. Very humid conditions. Now, your dew points back up there close to 70 or better in some spots, so back to the very muggy conditions, and get used to that. That'll be a common theme here as we go through this week. We have a pretty potent little disturbance moving through the region today. That is going to continue to trigger scattered showers, thunderstorms out there across the region. In fact, let me show you what's happening on the radar again at the time I'm cutting this video. Let me focus here in the northwestern parts of the Piedmont and the foothills. We've had this pretty good little thunderstorm moving through. In fact, let me switch over and grab the higher resolution radar data here, and you'll notice that, again, there's been some pretty good lightning with this activity through Yadkin County over the past few hours. There's also some pretty decent thunderstorms back in southwestern parts of North Carolina there in the southwestern mountains heading eastward. So you definitely get the idea that we're going to be looking at these scattered showers and thunderstorms as we go through today. So that's exactly the forecast. Scattered thunderstorms. Probably the biggest threat from storms today is lightning, as we've already seen with some of the activity early this morning. But at least a very limited threat of a damaging wind gust or some hail, maybe a little bit of flooding in a couple spots, but the storm is moving at a pretty good clip, so I don't think any huge flooding problems. And the severe weather potential is rather limited. It's not zero, but rather limited. Lightning probably your biggest threat today. There's your highs across the region. Pretty warm day. In fact, downright hot through much of South Carolina, 96 the high in Columbia. Tomorrow, probably fewer storms. We'll be in the wake of that disturbance. There's not a whole lot there to trigger any widespread thunderstorm activity, so I think some isolated thunderstorms, temperatures, low 90s in many spots across the region. And then as we get on into Wednesday, same deal, maybe some afternoon thunderstorms. The RPM model here more aggressive than some of the other modeling. But I'll mention an isolated storm as a possibility Wednesday, and the highs continue to be hot. Look at Columbia, 98, 97 in Charleston Wednesday, 94 in Fayetteville, 92 in Charlotte and Raleigh. Look what happens late into the week, though. This is Wednesday, and then as we get toward late week and the weekend, that big upper-level ridge really gets established over parts of the Plain States back off to the west. That means temperatures around here will back down a bit. We'll get somewhat of a northeasterly flow in place that could bring us at least the opportunity of some showers and storms in some spots as we go through the weekend. But temperatures should back down a bit, probably 80s for highs over the upcoming weekend. Tropics in the Atlantic Basin still pretty quiet. A couple tropical waves continue to emerge off of Africa and make the trip across the Atlantic. So far, nothing overly impressive with those. We're going to keep a watch on them, but nothing at the moment that's any significant threat for immediate development. Things pretty quiet then through the Caribbean and the Gulf of Mexico. All right, that is it for today's edition of the video. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.